talk. This is tough. We got to do this episode to be honest, because we should be having our first episode where we can talk about a Leaf series win. Unfortunately, our circumstances, producer Dunc and I are on vacay, and Matt went to the game on Tuesday night, so we couldn't
Yeah.
record, and things kind of got away from us, and so we couldn't have the happy episode that I think really our podcast deserved. I think we deserved a happy episode.
Well, yeah. Well, we did, but yeah, I don't know. I was super happy for a little bit there, and then here we are
Yeah,
down 2-0, and it's like,
me
I don't
too.
know. It's such a Leaf thing to happen. Well, that's all I have to say right now. Like,
No, I wouldn't want you to be like the negative Leaf fans. Like
I'm not, I'm not, but
I
it's
want
just
some
like,
positivity in here a little bit.
no,
Like
okay.
it's hard to have it.
I'll quickly sum it up. We're
Yeah,
down 2-0,
correct.
but I still truly believe, and I think everyone should. The Leafs still have a chance in this series for sure.
For
Like,
sure.
the
For
series
sure.
is not over. The Leafs can still win the series. But wow, I have been extremely disappointed with the Leafs play the first two games and just Leaf Nation in general.
Mm.
Like, I don't know. I hate getting amped up, but I'm not going to. All I'm
You're
going to
not
say
going
is
to.
everyone was all tinkled pink about Florida and thought the series was over before it started. No one seems to respect the fact that Florida beat a 65 team win that had the best regular season record in NHL history. And everyone just was acting as though the series was over before it even started. And I feel like that just like rubs into the city, the team, the organization, and now yes, I do. I truly do believe that it all plays into a factor. It's all correlated, and here we are down 2-0. We still have a chance, but I think we need to start respecting Florida and actually start playing some damn playoff hockey because we haven't been the last two games.
No, they've got away. They've got away from what they were doing best against Tampa, and that was just getting pucks to the net and getting
Just
those
being a
dirty
gritty team
goals.
and finding a way. They're just
Yep.
like they're playing
Yep.
pretty again, and I hate it.
Yeah, they are. They are for sure doing a little bit of that, and they like the first two games. The first period was almost identical in the first two games, other than the Leafs actually scored on their power plays this game. But the Leafs dominated the first 15 minutes of both first periods. Like it
No,
didn't
they
even
didn't.
look like
No, they didn't. Not game one, they didn't. Other than
yeah,
the
they
power
did.
play time they had, the puck was
Yeah.
in their end most of the time.
Yeah, and that
The
was the
power
first
play looked
10 that
great.
was the first at least 10 minutes of the game.
Yeah, they had 4 minutes of power play, and the other 6 minutes were in their end. They did
No.
not start out good. They just had power plays, and the power plays
Yeah,
were
which
good. But
which
other than
power
that,
plays
they
are
got
power
dominated in
plays
that first
count power
period.
plays count for starting out good. You draw penalties, you get power plays.
Yes, 4 minutes. When they were even strength, it was in there in the entire time.
Not the entire time, but
Pretty well,
but
pretty
it,
well,
it was
pretty well.
no, they but okay, then we'll talk about tonight. I think they were the better team tonight, other than the first 2 minutes of the second period where they got dominated. The
Yeah.
goal they scored in the first period, that was like, I think Florida had 5 shots in the first period. I want to say one of them was a goal, and you can't blame Samsonov for that goal. That was just an unbelievable pass by
No,
Ryan Hurt.
Samsonov hasn't done anything wrong this series.
No, Samsonov's been a dog.
Yeah.
He's been a dog. You can't. I mean, weak goal from Barkov tonight for sure.
Right, but
Weak
those are
goal,
gonna
but
happen.
of course they're gonna happen, and that's
Other than that,
like,
he stands on his head every night.
yeah, you're right. He hasn't been the problem at all. I really don't think the Leafs themselves are disrespecting Florida. I think Florida plays a different
No,
style.
I don't think so either. But I just feel
It,
like the general vibe rubs off on everything, though. You know?
I really don't think it does. I think they got
No,
guys in the
because
room. Like,
it all
I
comes with
really
the
don't think
atmosphere,
you.
dude. It all
Yeah,
comes
no,
with
the
the
atmosphere.
atmosphere.
We talked about the atmosphere. The atmosphere in the arena is not what it needs to
It's
be.
atrocious. I
But
was there
but
Tuesday
what
and I was
but what
disappointed.
but what Leafs Nation is saying on Twitter is not affecting the room, the Leafs dressing room.
No, but that affects the fans. That affects the people that are in the arena. Like, that affects everybody. And
Well,
I
our
truly
arena's been
believe the
shit.
fans can have an impact. Like, when the Leafs are playing bad hockey,
I
like,
100% agree with you.
what's that?
I 100 if you're
Like, when the
meaning
Leafs
this
are
the
playing bad hockey,
fans,
you need the fans to like get the team going a bit. But I feel
I
like the
100%
fans,
agree with you.
like, the honestly, the vibe of what I got was there when the Leafs were playing bad hockey. It was just basically the fans shitting on the Leafs because everyone there was talking as though Florida is going to be a cakewalk. That was the vibe in the arena on Tuesday night, game one.
Okay.
The vibe
Okay.
was that this was going to be a no problem series. And I feel like that was the atmosphere in the game. When the
Well,
Leafs
yeah, we
played
can't
bad
have
in the
that.
game, the fans did absolutely nothing to pick them up. When the Leafs played well in the
Yes.
second period, they were right behind them. But
That's
other than that, the fans were not behind that team at all.
No, that's exactly what we were talking about tonight. I asked you tonight what the atmosphere was like because I just feel like I'm agreeing with you. The fans in the arena can have a part in the game. Like they can
Big
get the
part.
momentum back towards the Leafs, and they've never the Scotiabank Arena has never proven to do that for the Leafs. Like the only time is when the Leafs are clearly dominating a game, they'll be cheering, and then the Leafs will keep dominating. There, they can keep dominating. But you're right. When things are going bad, the fans are never up there, and that's always been a
No,
criticism
the glass
that
is half
people have.
empty.
The glass is big time half empty, and we as a podcast talk about that not happening. So I think this should get out to Leafs Nation hopefully, and then the arena could be different. But we are going on the road where we've been unreal on the road in playoffs. In
Yes.
Tampa, we were awesome.
Yep.
I think pressure off. You go into Florida, there's going to be passionate Leaf fans in
Yes.
Florida still,
I
which
think playing in Florida is best case scenario right now for us.
next week we're gonna have a longer episode when we're all together, and because there's stuff like even how Florida's really not letting Canadians buy tickets. We got to talk about all that. But
Yeah. Well, you know
you
what?
know,
There's only going to be one game between now and the next time we record because of how stupidly the series is spaced out.
yeah, yeah, and if like it's unbelievable how the NHL did that, and a lot of it has to do, I believe, with how they don't want Leaf fans, like they want Florida fans representing Florida because the smaller markets. Gary's always wanting the smaller markets to succeed, so he's going to do everything he can to keep Leafs Nation out of there. That's almost a fact. It's not a fact because I don't have any proof, but it's almost a fact because I believe I'm right. But we're gonna get on all that next episode because I do want to say selfishly that I was going to be flying Saturday night during the Leaf game if there was a Leaf game Saturday night. So selfishly, I get to watch the game now, and hopefully, I can help will this team to a win. Like we said, you and I watched Game 6 together. We said we got to will this team to a win. What do we
And we
do?
did.
We willed them to a win.
Yeah, and we did.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
we
did. We
did.
did.
Yeah, we absolutely did.
We did.
So I know I think I don't think we have to go into full panic mode. I think we can stay positive.
No,
I
I
think you're
I
right. We
agree.
do got to respect Florida, but also we can. I think the Leafs can know, and I think us as fans can know that they are the better team, and if they play how they can play, they're going to win the series.
And not to speak stupid here, but like how obviously is a must win for game 3.
Yeah, it's
Like
as must
holy
as they
shit,
get.
we're just on the brink of being down 3-0 here.
I, can we pull out a few positives from the first two games,
For
or just
sure.
maybe even tonight?
Yeah.
Tonight, Willie, he was like we're obviously very pro Willie. We always have been, and we're gonna say more of the positives about Willie. He did have a big he gave up the first goal for sure. That was bad. He
Yeah.
obviously kicked into gear a bit because Willie's second half of the second period and third period, he was easily our best player. He had so many chances to score.
He was
Bobrovsky made some
dangerous.
insane saves. A couple insane, like the Leafs. Credit to them, they got lots of chances in the
Yeah.
third period, tons.
No.
And at the end of the second, Bobrovsky played very, very well. You have to give credit to him. But did you see what Ilya Samsonov said tonight?
No.
He was asked. He was asked how he feels about his countrymen because they're both Russian. Bobrovsky playing so well. Samsonov said, and I quote, so I can say this: "I don't give a fuck."
Oh.
He doesn't give a shit about
Yeah.
Bobrovsky playing good, and I love that attitude from Samsonov because I think he's going to go in Florida, and I think the Leafs are going to just dominate Game 3. I
No, I
really
agree.
do. I really think they can, and Samsonov's going to be a big part of that. So I think Willie getting going because he's been off for a few games, like the last game and or last couple games against Tampa, maybe in the first two or first one and a half against Florida. He's
Yeah.
been a little off, but he really picked up, and he was our best forward in the third period, no doubt.
No, I agree. I was like really
And
excited
Matthews,
to see Willie play. Like he was like, one of those guys that I really thought was gonna be in the back of my mind. Like I didn't place any bets on the game, but if I did, I would have bet a Willie just because
mm-hmm.
of how Tampa kind of ended. But
Yeah,
yeah, did he ever just continue to play like I love Willie, but he did not play well in game 1 at all. I
no,
didn't
no,
think.
no, 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 not
Matthew
not
Nyes
not not well.
obviously did, and that's something that we're gonna have to talk about now too. Obviously, we don't know
Yeah,
certainly the
okay,
future because
we
it is
we
Thursday after the game, but
yeah.
there's potential that it is a head injury. So
And longer term. Keith, I did see something after the game. He said it's not positive, so there's
oh,
a good chance
really?
that's going to be long term.
Yeah,
At least
which
a couple
sucks.
games. At least it just sucks a lot because he scored that awesome goal in front of you. And I do want to I don't want to gloss over the fact that you were at a Leaf playoff game because that's amazing. But I think I want to ask you more questions about it, so I think we save that for next week
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah.
because we're only a few days away. But he scored that awesome goal in front of you, and he was even tonight. He was awesome. He was creating chances. He always creates chances. He has a few bad giveaways every game, but you got to remember he's played less than 10 games in the NHL.
Man, the speed and the positioning, like
Yeah.
whenever he didn't have the puck, he always gets open. I
Mm-hmm.
was super impressed with Nyes. Like it
Mm-hmm.
obviously on TV he looks good, but in obviously you can see way many like better angles of the game on TV in a way too. But
Yeah.
it was cool to just like be able to see what guys do a bit more like without the puck, a guy like Nyes. Like there were a
Mm-hmm.
few times where I felt like I was just like watching Nyes instead of like the actual play of the game,
For sure.
just to see like what type of player he is and what he does without the puck. And it
Yeah.
is impressive. Like he's either with a Florida player if they got the
Mm-hmm.
puck, or he's open if the Leafs got the puck.
And
So
he's so strong for being 19 years old or 20 years old or however old he is. He's so strong. Radko
yeah,
Gudas bumped off him, but again, the Leafs like it's going to be a huge loss when he is out. Like I really believe that's a huge loss. And can we both agree, Sam Bennett, like dirty plays, two of them. Like
yes,
you
yes.
can say what you want about Bunting diving. He did not dive there. He got a cross check to the neck.
He did for sure. Like that is a penalty. Like,
Yeah.
yes, does Bunting go down a little bit harder than the average guy sometimes? For sure.
Yes.
But at
Oh,
the end of the day, he
1000%.
100% got cross-checked in the back of the head. So,
Like in the neck. Like no, it
yeah,
didn't even touch any helmet. It was straight neck, and
right. Yeah, it was straight skin.
Keith said after the game too. I saw a few of his comments. He was pissed about that play, rightfully so. Do you remember when Matthews and Darlene got into it a bit
Yeah,
in the Winter
yeah,
Classic, and
yeah.
Matthews cross-checked Darlene, and he got 2 games for it. They showed that clip. It looks identical.
Really?
So
Like a
you do
comparable?
you it very comparable.
Yeah.
And so you take that hit and you take the play where he entered nice because that was dirty. He took his head right to the boards and then he literally body slammed his head into
Yes,
the
dude.
ice.
Yes, that's a
So
scary play.
you hope the NHL does take a look at that because not just being Homer Leaf fans, that's a dirty play and I think you and I for sure admitted and most of Leafs Nation when Bunting had that hit against Tampa, dirty
Yeah.
and the suspension was very rightful.
Yeah.
So hopefully,
Yeah.
I'm hoping Sam Bennett gets a little bit of that too because those are dirty plays, and he took out one of our top 6 forwards probably
Yeah.
for sure,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure,
Definitely the way he's been
for
playing
sure,
for
top
sure.
6. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know, Matty P. It's late for you. We are on vacation and we're a couple hours behind you too. So
Yeah. One
we'll cut
thing
this
though,
short.
Paul
Yeah. Go ahead.
Maurice.
Yeah.
Paul Maurice, like whatever, I don't really like. I don't wouldn't say I love the guy. I don't hate him. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
neutral on him. Like respect him as a Leaf coach. Don't
Mm-hmm.
really know anything about him other than he's 4-0 in game sevens.
Yeah.
That guy is just pulling a John Cooper playing this like baby card with this
Yeah.
penalty.
He is.
Like the Leafs, like what was the stat? Like in over the last 10 years, they're in the bottom 10 every single year in drawing penalties. And he's playing
Yeah.
off the narrative that the Leafs are gonna have a benefit because they're just gonna get calls this series.
Yeah. Because
No,
they're the Leafs.
Toronto
That's
is the
not the case.
team that gets screwed every time.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but here we
And
are, just like playing
and all Florida's
the
penalties.
sad
That's
story. Even though they win game one, it's oh
for sure.
yeah, like I don't know that stuff just bothers me. But
And all Florida's penalties this series have been for sure. Like they haven't gotten calls that
yes, and
way.
when he's doing like the 5-on-1 thing on his hands on the bench,
Yeah.
or not John,
Yeah.
Paul,
Yeah.
get like teach discipline. Then like they were all
Yeah.
penalties.
Yeah.
Like I
Exactly.
don't know what you want to.
Exactly.
3 of them are trippings.
There could have even been more. I thought they let some more stuff go tonight than they
Yeah,
usually did on both sides. So
I don't
yeah,
know.
it's
Guys
he
like
does
that. That
that and
just makes me want it that much more.
yeah, he does it and he also does a thing like, oh, those Leafs, they're like a great team. Like he's playing the underdog card, even though he doesn't believe that. So yeah, it's just he's playing the media. He knows he was a coach here. He knows how to get people riled up. So I think we just hopefully don't have to worry about him and hopefully just the Leafs on the ice can take care of business because that's what we need.
Yeah, but
But
yeah, I know it's good for you, but crazy, just crazy that there's no Saturday night game
no,
though.
it's insane.
Like
It's
that's
insane.
unheard of.
And then they have like if it does make it all the way game 7, they have it set up the same way. It'd be Friday, Sunday.
Seriously?
Yeah.
So it would be wow.
it's back. So they have Sunday,
So Sunday
Wednesday,
game 3, Wednesday.
Wednesday, Friday, Sunday.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's normal after that then.
It's
Yeah.
normal after the stretch, but they set it up in a way they could have had 2 Saturday nights as their
Right.
games instead. Instead, they're both Sunday nights.
Yeah, that is
If we make it
disappointing.
there, but we just got to
Well, either
you know
way,
what
we
they say.
need Leafs
You
and
know what they
sixes,
say
best
though,
case
right?
scenario.
You know what they say though.
The best players. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and you know what else they say?
What?
Keep.
Pounding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
always,
Yeah.
always,
Quick
always
update from
pounding.
producer Dunk.
Yeah, Dunk. How's vacation going so far?
Vacation's going well so far. Yeah, disappointing way to end a holiday evening here tonight, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, keep pounding,
We'll
as we
keep pounding.
say.
Yeah. Dunk, there's rumors that there's a 12 plex going up across from the school. As future mayor, is that going to be allowed? I heard it's
What's
under a
the
petition.
what's the
Across from the school?
A 12 plex, that like property like on Village Road there.
Yep.
I heard that's going to be turned into a 12 plex for whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I'd prefer it to go there than across from my house on 92 Brown.
Yep,
Well, that
that's
seems like a
fair.
selfish thing from the mayor, though.
Well, we got to, we do got to account for we need a bit more affordable housing in the area. Really, it's getting ridiculous. Give these young guys a chance
Yeah,
and girls.
it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's a great. That's some inspiring words to end the episode. We appreciate that from Dunk, and we keep pounding and we keep striving under the worst conditions. That's what we do here at Chump, and that's what the Leafs are going to do. Matty Poole, you get some good beauty sleep, and we'll be back. We're going to record Monday next week. Is
Yeah,
that good
boys,
with you, Matty P?
I'm in the trenches though right now.
Okay.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Sickness, like my throat, and
Oh yeah.
you guys can see the eye there is not
Oh
in
yeah.
great shape.
The most
And
Poole injury possible. Again,
yeah,
we'll talk about that again
but
on
no,
Monday,
I've
which is
been in the
just a few days
trenches
away.
this week, but I hope you guys enjoy yourself.
Well, that makes us feel bad. So you're saying you've been in the trenches this week, and
It does make me feel a bit bad.
but I'll do everything I can. And
Yeah,
actually,
no, it's been nice and wet and rainy here too, and cold. It's been awesome.
What which way are you looking at your glass right now,
Dude,
Matty
the
P?
glass is half full. I just said it's been
Okay.
awesome.
Okay, yeah. Okay, here's a little teaser that should maybe cheer you up. Producer Duncan and I did get you a gift on this trip that we'll be presenting to you live on the podcast on
Oh,
Monday night.
yeah.
Guaranteed you'll love it.
Yes,
Not a doubt.
yeah, you're guaranteed to love it. And
Yeah.
Dunk got himself something for the studio as well, so that's kind of half for you as well.
Nice. Well,
Yep.
So look forward
I'm
to
looking
that.
forward to seeing
We
it.
miss you. We love you. Thank you for doing this after Leaf game.
Yeah.
It's kind of Chump's thing to do it after Leaf losses, which sucks. But hopefully Monday we're talking about a game
We
3
needed
win.
we needed a change up. Like two losses. Like we just something's got to change up a little bit here.
100%, 100%. So, sorry for being a couple days late for our listeners, but we keep pounding and we'll be back next week.
Yep, we're still weekly.
We're still weekly, baby.
See ya.
See ya.